For years, we talked about Quant, aka QNT. Specifically, we addressed why Quant is going to be one of crypto's biggest utility-based projects. So far, if we look at the all-time chart, that really isn't showing us that in price action. However, one of the biggest things that I want you all to understand here when it comes to QNT, specifically the price action. Just opening TradingView real quick on CoinMarketCap, and I want to look at this thing on the 1 week. What do you see here on this chart? This is all consolidation. All we are doing is just going sideways here. Even at some of these high swings, right? This is all still just consolidation, waiting for that big break to the upside. Almost every single chart in crypto has experienced this once or twice before. For an example, one of the biggest ones that we know of today, aka XRP, was not shy to this at all. If we look at this thing on the 1 week, let's go back in time all the way to 2021 up until recently. Here we have XRP hitting the high, going back to 2021. All of a sudden, sell off. And guess what ended up happening? Sideways price action up until the point where the chart just exploded. This is why it is so important to focus on these types of projects. Projects that we know the fundamentals about. Projects that we have studied and researched in the past that we know for a fact are going to be huge pieces of the future financial system that are consolidating. And it's not just consolidation for a year. No, this thing has been consolidating for well over 3 years now. This is giving us a huge opportunity of 3 years worth of accumulation. Because again, when it comes to QNT, today we are trading at $102 roughly. In the future, I see Quant trading at $1,000, $10,000 even. And to some people that might sound insane. But think about it like this. That is a 100x. That is a $123 billion market cap, fully diluted $152 billion. I don't think that that's unreasonable for a project the size of Quant. Now, again, lower time frame structure. What are we looking at here? Well, on the weekly, we just hit my blue zone. We wicked into it. This is around $75 to about $88. We wicked into it. Anything under $100, I've always said, this thing is a buy. We have a high followed by a lower high. However, within this, we have a low, higher low. And now, even on this recent swing, another higher low on the weekly. So now we are looking for a higher high. So we need to break over $135 to get a nice weekly candle close over this as well. That way we could target the high going all the way back to December of last year, which is right around $172 roughly. And then from that point, we target some of the prior highs. I'm mainly looking at this wick back here from 2022. And then yes, the 2021 all-time high. So $230 and then $432 roughly. QNT's chart right now looks very, very good. In fact, this thing has been looking very good since going all the way back to 2024 because it's been nothing but higher lows since then. And technically, even going off of those December highs, higher highs. Now, we have yet to clear that high going back to October of 2022, but I would assume that once we do, it's off to the races. It's off to the 2021 all-time high, and then you could hear price discovery calling our name. Currently, when it comes to Quant, this thing has so much fundamental value behind it that I really do think that this chart is just a ticking time bomb waiting to explode significantly higher. We have been trading sideways for over 1,484 days. Just for reference, I just showed you guys XRP's chart. Let's go back to that chart real quick on the weekly, just to kind of show you guys how long XRP consolidated for. Here we have the high going back to 2021. It consolidated for 1,302 days before it saw a significant, and I'm just going off of the price action here, a significant 641% push to the upside. Now, I personally believe that QNT will have a much higher push because the market cap and supply is much less. So if we are thinking about that from our current prices, I could easily see double that of what XRP did. 1,200%. $1,300 plus dollars. Now that's just the initial view here. I think that we can push it much higher, obviously, but we watch, wait, and see. At this point on QNT, our market cap would be about roughly almost $20 plus billion. That's very conservative for what Quant is doing. Now let's talk about what Quant is actually doing. Well, right off the rip, we do know that Quant is focused on the future financial system. We have a quote here from Gilbert Verdian, founder and CEO of Quant. We are witnessing money's most significant evolution since the invention of coins 2,600 years ago. Programmable money doesn't just move faster or cost less. It thinks, it decides, and executes financial logic automatically. Looking back across history, each major advancement in money solved critical limitations of its time. Now, programmable money enables precision automation and intelligent financial logic. And yes, it's true. When we think about the world in which we are entering, AI, blockchain, all of this converging at once, this is leading into an automated digital financial system that is moving at the speed of light in a very efficient way, at a very low cost way as well. We are watching a new financial system be born, and specific names like Quant are a big part of this. We know that that's the case because we continue to see Quant become a much bigger piece of the traditional system. Like, for an example, this announcement from Quant, which happened on September 26th, which was, we are delighted to announce that Quant has been selected to create the new payments infrastructure and bank technology of the UK's tokenized sterling deposits, a groundbreaking financial market infrastructure initiative led by the UKF Tweets in collaboration with major commercial banks. Building on our successful delivery of critical infrastructure components during the initial RLN experimentation phase in 2024. The project will deliver tokenized sterling deposits and programmable payments against 3 transformative retail and wholesale use cases. This is something that we have speculated on for years. Quant becoming a much larger piece of the UK system. Because again, going all the way back to 2019, we know that Quant was listed on the UK Gov's website. We know that Quant was working closely with major core organizations, banking organizations as well, around the UK system. And then, yes, going back in time a little bit, we know that Quant was a part of Project Rosalind, which did include the Bank of England as well as the BIS, the Central Bank of Central Banks, where we did see a successful experimentation of CBDC use cases through APIs that Quant enabled. Quant is a huge piece of this new system. This announcement right here, that's in front of us, is clear confirmation of just how crucial Quant is becoming, especially in the UK. This is very important because the UK, and a lot of people don't know this, is one of the biggest leaders around financial industries. For an example, the FX market. This is a market that is moving $7.5 trillion per day. The UK is responsible for 5.4 trillion of that 7.5 trillion. The UK is a leader in payments. So the fact that Quant is now being integrated into the UK's financial system as core payments infrastructure is extremely significant. Now, looking into this announcement itself, here we have it. Quant selected to deliver infrastructure for the UK's tokenized sterling deposits project. Quant has been selected by UK Finance and a consortium of leading commercial banks to provide the technology underpinning the UK's new tokenized sterling deposits project, a groundbreaking financial market infrastructure initiative running until mid-2026. Look at the names tied back to this. It's not even just about the UK finance, it's about Barclays, HSBC, Lloyds Banking Group, NatWest, Nationwide, and Santander. Absolute massive stacked banking names that will test how tokenized commercial bank deposits can improve payment settlement and fraud protection across the economy. Supporting firms include Quant, Ernst & Young, and Linklaters. Building on its successful delivery in the first phase of the Regulated Liability Network, RLN, in 2024, Quant will provide the programmable money infrastructure for live transactions and tokenized deposits. This includes advanced programmable payments and interoperability across bank ledgers, RTGS, real-time gross settlement, faster payments, open banking, and tokenized deposit platforms. Tokenized deposits are a digital representation of sterling commercial bank money. They retain the trust and regulatory protections of conventional deposits while offering programmability, enhanced speed, and stronger fraud protection. This is absolutely insane. This is all connections between bank ledgers, real-time gross settlement systems, faster payments, open banking, and even tokenized deposit platforms. Full-on interoperability across the board. A direct quote from Gilbert Verdian: "Our involvement underscores Quant's leadership in digital finance as we work alongside the UK's leading institutions to build the infrastructure powering tomorrow's economy." 3 transformative use cases will be tested: online marketplace payments, programmable payments designed to reduce fraud and boost confidence between buyers and sellers, remortgaging processes, streamlining property transactions, improving transparency, and mitigating conveyancing fraud, wholesale bond settlement, accelerating clearing and settlement of digital assets through instant delivery versus payment with a single pool of liquidity. The project aims to demonstrate tangible benefits for consumers, businesses, and the wider UK economy. I'm telling you guys right now, as we watch the new financial system unfold before our eyes, we need to ensure that we are locked in and studying projects like Quant. I have watched Quant become a huge piece of the financial system in silence as the price action just continues to go sideways in a very boring fashion while everyone has given up on QNT and started to look at other hyped up projects. QNT is extremely valuable, 33% less supply than Bitcoin, and the utility here in which Quant is holding in their hands is insanely undervalued and overlooked, and it's infinite. The use case value from this is so significant. Gilbert Verdian said here, being selected for GBTD marks a pivotal step in the UK's financial evolution. This milestone goes beyond improving payments. It's about enabling new forms of programmable money that will fundamentally transform how value is moved and managed. Our involvement underscores Quant's leadership in digital finance as we work alongside the UK's leading institutions to build the infrastructure powering tomorrow's economy. And then we also have here Managing Director at the UK Finance. This project is a powerful example of industry collaboration to deliver next-generation payments for the benefit of customers and businesses, and an opportunity for the UK to lead globally in setting standards for tokenized money. The same technology driving Quant's proprietary PayScript engine and Overledger technologies will form the foundation of the GBTD platform, which, by the way, this is very important to focus on because this does include QNT as a token, which will be built with compliance with ISO 20022 international standards to provide a secure, interoperable, and scalable solution designed for regulated financial environments. Guys, this is massive. I am so bullish on QNT. The chart is a ticking time bomb as we continue to see Quant expand and gain more and more land in the new financial system. This is something that I think everyone in this space should be locked in on at a time where regulations around crypto are becoming a reality. We are watching as institutional adoption heats up more and more and more. I really don't think people realize what's happening. A lot of people are still in crypto that still don't realize that a new financial system is coming. We have been studying this. We have been talking about it. And it's here. And it's happening. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.